Hello and welcome to Adam and Craig Do Stuff, where today we're doing Hotel El Paso at PortAventura. So here we go, this is our room. This is the bathroom, fairly standard, pretty much just terracotta everywhere. And then we come here, we've got a wardrobe here. Again, just fairly standard stuff, nothing special.
It's a safe to store belongings, any valuables.
Here we are, I'm just going to adjust it, there we go. Lovely mirror here, and then we've got little bits of Mexican theming. We've got these little mirrors here, the lights are very nice. We've got a picture here, and then the bed as well. These all colour schemed. We've also got a second bed here. I'm assuming that's if you're a family with like one child. Beds are huge as well.
They are big beds.
And then we've got these little Mexican plates up here. And the TV.
Storage. We've not used them, but oh, that doesn't even open.
Does it not? Do any of them open?
Oh, that does.
That one does.
I know this does because I went to check if there was a fridge, but there's not. Get storage there. A big mirror here. Hello.
Then we've obviously got the luggage rack with all of our crap on it. We've got a little table and some chairs as well, and obviously you can take the chairs out onto the balcony, and this is our little balcony look. Looks out onto the pool, which I know some people love. I personally don't care whether it looks out onto the pool or not, as long as it's not looking out onto like bins or something. And we've got all these trees and the foliage here. Not a very private balcony, because like literally on both sides, look, it's just like trellis, and then you can see directly to the people next to you. So it's it doesn't feel very private or secluded, does it? You've got to be friends with your neighbours, really. I always keep pumping herbal essences into our room, shall we say. They're not amazingly themed. They're more themed than the ones at Hotel PortAventura, aren't they? Those were pretty much just like this sort of tiling, and then it was just a bed, wasn't it? And don't think there was any sort of like little
like that, no.
extras to theme it. So I would say it's more themed, and all of the internal areas actually are more themed than Hotel PortAventura, aren't they? But then on the sort of outside area of Hotel PortAventura, you've got the fake harbour, so that's nicer than anything that you get here, because here it's pretty much just the pool. We have booked the all-inclusive package here at Hotel El Paso, so that comes obviously with 3 meals. Breakfast is served in the on-site buffet restaurant here, which is called Merida?
Yeah, Merida, we got it right, yeah.
And it's a fairly standard buffet breakfast, isn't it? There's plenty of continental stuff, pastries and that. There's meats and cheeses as well, isn't there?
And fruit.
And fruit. Yogurt. And then you've got your cooked breakfast stuff. Again, standard sausages, bacon, mash. It's mash.
Scrambled egg.
Eggs and beans.
It just would be like mash now.
But the bacon and the sausages here are slightly different, and they're more Mediterranean.
They are. They do taste different to ours. They're more smoky.
Yeah,
flavour,
they're more of a smoked sort of bacon and sausage, and the sausage is really thin. Very, very nice though, aren't they? Very, very, very nice.
And I absolutely love the the Spanish tortilla. I loved that last time I came to PortAventura.
You get like a little potato omelette, don't you? You get a slice of it. It's really good, actually, isn't it? It's really, really good. But yeah, and that's the same every single day, isn't it? It's exactly the same every single day.
Every morning.
But it's very, very good food. It is very, very good food.
Yeah, the breakfast is good.
And then with that, you get unlimited water, juice, and hot drinks, don't you? So just standard self-serve machine.
Unlimited chocolate milk as well.
Yes, that Cocolat, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's a big brand over here. You see it everywhere in Spain.
It is very nice.
Yeah,
Adam absolutely loves it.
He loves it.
Loves it. And then Merida is also where you have your evening meal as well. But the difference here is that the buffet changes every single day, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's
in the evening set. It does. Yeah.
From what I remember when we stayed, because last time we stayed for a week when we were at Hotel PortAventura, and I believe it basically rotates every week. Because I'm sure the last day was the same as the first day, wasn't it?
Yes, it was when we was there for the 7 days. Yeah.
So for 4 nights here, it's been different every single night.
Every single night. Yeah.
If I'm honest, the first night I was quite disappointed because I had this sort of crusty old dry burger, and the selection wasn't good, and the food quality wasn't that great, and I was quite disappointed because the food at Hotel PortAventura was really good.
Yeah,
really good. But I must say, the other nights it has picked up. It has been a lot better. I always find buffet food a bit weird because nothing really goes with anything, does it? Like, you can't make a full meal.
Yeah, it's all really random, isn't it?
It's all really random stuff.
Yeah.
Again, like, you get all of your cooked stuff. And then they've got a selection in the middle, which is like salads, meats, cheeses, nachos, breads, and then you've got your desserts over in the other room, which is like standard buffet desserts. They're all really small, aren't they?
Yeah.
You also get loads of fruit again with the desserts, and pots of Danone as well. They love Danone over here, don't they?
Pretty big over here. Yeah.
So you it's like basically you get a little pot and you pour the yogurt in, and then you can put your own toppings on, which is like cereal and chocolate and sprinkles and stuff. And then in the park you get frozen Danone. They seem to love it, PortAventura. Don't know if that's a Spanish-wide thing or whether that's just PortAventura, but they love Danone. And then with your meal, you get obviously water, and you get the juices again, and then you also get unlimited soft drinks as well as beer and sangria as well on the all-inclusive. So that's in a sort of separate room, isn't it? And there's someone sort of making sure you've got I mean, they don't really ask, do they? But you can see them watching your wrist as you walk past them. So you just go up and you get the soft drinks yourself. You get a glass on the table and you literally just go up and help yourself to the soft drinks. And then for the juices as well, and then for the beer and the sangria, you have to ask for it, don't you? Yeah. We had the sangria, didn't we? It wasn't the best sangria I've ever had, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. No. Although we only got a small glass, the person in front of us,
big glass.
Yeah, the person in front of that I saw go get some. She offered him a big glass or a small glass, but we only got a small glass. Maybe we look like we can't handle a big glass of sangria, I don't know. And then for your dinner or lunch, if that's your persuasion, your middle of the day meal, you can eat that at the hotel if you're going to be here, although you've got a massive theme park up the road, so I don't know why you would be at your hotel during the middle of the day. So in PortAventura Park, it's not explained amazingly well how it works, but there are several self-serve restaurants. We went to La Cantina, and we also went to the Old Steakhouse. Where you get a free meal. And basically the way it works is that the way they do things there is you get a starter, a main and a pudding, and normally I think you would pay €19 for that, wouldn't you, if you were just a regular guest.
Yeah.
And so you get the starter, the main, the pudding, there's a choice, and you just sort of go along and you ask for what you want. They call it self-serve, but you're not really serving yourself. They're still serving you.
And that is a massive perk to get all-inclusive if you are going to be at the parks all day. And then you get a QR code and you just scan that at the till, and that just voids obviously the entire cost. There are a couple of things that you can add that are supplements, like today when we were at the Old Steakhouse, we had the Halloween food, didn't we? Because they've got loads of special Halloween food on. Most of it is just the regular stuff with like a little ghost or a sugar skull on it, and some of it is just like I had the blood red cheese, didn't I? Which is just cheese dyed red, but it's lovely little touches that they put on. But yeah, I had that, which was an extra €1. For some, they've got this weird system where with these meals you get a souvenir cup, don't you? Yeah. So you have to pay €1 for the cup, but you don't get an option to not have the cup. They make you have it.
And we weren't quite sure if, like, when you go back, you can refill the cup, because no one else was doing that. Were they? You can go to the other outlets and get refills, and I wasn't really brave enough to ask, so we've got like 6 cups between us. So we were just paying for the cups. We were like, okay, whatever. But yeah. So that's a great perk in there. And then if you go to one of the a la carte restaurants in the park, you get a €19 allowance, so you can have whatever you want. And then when you scan the QR code, it'll take €19 per person off, and then you just pay the extra.
Pay the difference.
So it's really, really good, isn't it? The only annoying thing is you don't get unlimited drinks in the park.
Yeah.
That's the only annoying thing. So you do get, when you go for your dinner or lunch, you do get your drink included. So you get starter, main, pudding, drink. But then you can't go and have drinks any other time in the park, or you have to pay for them.
And then here at the hotel, you can help yourself to a snack bar between the hours of 12 and 6, I think it is.
Across the pool, there's a place called Club Maya where you literally just go and help yourself. And they do sort of like burgers, chips, sausages, Danone, because they love Danone. And they've got fruits and sandwiches and other little jelly I think they've got as well, haven't they?
They do have jelly, yeah.
So just a selection of snacks. And you literally just go up and you help yourself. There's a person there that will serve you ice cream, beer, and I think slush as well.
Slush is there, yeah. Slush.
So you can ask for any of that, and all that's included. You can have as much as you want. Soft drinks and food, you literally just go up and you just help yourself as much as you want. And then there's another bar on the other side of the pool, which I have forgotten the name of. But again, that does like unlimited snacks. There's like Nutella, lots of Nutella snacks, isn't there? They do ice creams, they do beer, they do soft drinks, but you have to ask for them there. You don't help yourself. You can help yourself to coffee there though, can't you? There's a coffee machine that you go and get yourself. And you also get cocktails as well there. I think you get wine as well, possibly wine as well.
Beer, cocktails, yeah.
Yeah, the cocktails are just like not self-serve, sorry, they're just pre-made out of machine. So you just have to ask the staff and they just put it in and it makes it itself. So don't expect anything amazing from it, but it's pretty decent cocktails we've had from there, isn't it? It's not too bad. So it's quite good, although like you're probably going to spend most of your time in the park. Like it's only what, a 5-minute walk, 10 minutes if you're a slow walker, from the entrance of the park. So on a few days, especially with the longer opening hours, like halfway through the day, we just sort of come back, had a few drinks, had some chips, maybe a cocktail, and then we've gone back up to the park, haven't we? Because I mean, there's no point paying like €3-4 euros for a drink in the park when you can walk down and get one from here, is it really?
Free,
So it's a bit annoying that you can't get unlimited soft drinks in the park. That would be much better, wouldn't it? But you know, you can come down here and get them. It's not too bad. The other perk is that you get an a la carte meal at El Cayote, which is a Mexican restaurant on site. If you are staying for up to 7 days, you get 1 meal at El Cayote. If you're staying for up to 14 days or more, you get 2 meals at El Cayote. And that is exactly where we're going to go now. So we'll check that out and we'll tell you how that is afterwards. Oh, so just come back from our meal at El Cayote. Did you enjoy that?
I did enjoy that. Yeah, that was really nice. Especially the pudding. That was my favourite part. Yeah.
That was really, really good food. All Mexican menu. Well, mostly Mexican menu. I mean, in terms of desserts, I don't think anywhere is very Mexican, is it?
No.
It's always sort of brownie and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So everything that we had is included on the all-inclusive. The whole 3-course meals, we get it start, main, and pudding. You had a fajita pizza, didn't you?
I did have a fajita pizza, yeah. It was huge. Really big.
And we had a sharing starter between us.
Yeah, it was a sharing starter for 2, but everything came in freeze.
Yeah.
Which was very odd.
Quite understand what was going on there.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had the chicken and beef fajitas, which is very, very good. They come like sizzling, don't they?
And then for pudding, I had, well, it said on the menu apple crumble, but it was an apple pie. But it was really nice. I did enjoy it.
Yeah, my brownie was really, really good as well. So yeah, food around the hotel has been really, really good.
Has been really good.
First night of the buffet wasn't great, but other than that, the buffet's been really good. The breakfast buffet is really good. El Coyote is fantastic. The food in the theme park, I mean, it's okay, isn't it? It's theme park.
Yeah.
As theme park food goes, it's not too bad.
Yeah, not
like,
too bad theme park food.
Compared to the type of stuff that we ate at Fantasia, or although they were both a la carte, weren't they? Or like the type of stuff that you get in America, it's not great. But like compared to British standard food, which is absolute garbage, let's be honest, and really overpriced, it's quite decent, really, isn't it?
It's pretty decent.
Even if you've not got like the all-inclusive deal, like €19, what's that in pounds?
I don't know.
But you'd probably pay that at the Burger Kitchen for like a dry burger and some chips, wouldn't you? And a drink. And here you get like starter, main and dessert and drink included in your meal.
Yeah.
I would say on the all-inclusive, like, it's a lot of food. It's a lot of food, isn't it?
Yeah, because everything is 3-course meals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like your daytime meal is 3-course, your evening meal is 3-course.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then you can go and get as much food as you want from Club Maya, and of course breakfast you generally, because there's so much choice, you generally end up having a lot, don't you? I kept having that sort of Swiss roll thing covered in chocolate for breakfast. Oh, it's good. So yeah, it's a lot of food that you get, but I mean, if you can make the most of it, then get your money's worth, you know. I think we struggled a little bit, didn't we, because there was so much, but it's a really good deal, really, when you think what we paid for this. It's quite a good deal, isn't it? The amount of food that you get and the stuff that's included on it is really decent.
Yeah.
As for Hotel El Paso, it's a nice hotel.
Yeah, it is a really nice hotel. Like the reception area is all really nice, and it's got like a nice lounge area where you can just sit. They've got plenty of sofas. They've got information stands on the park. They've got a special TUI area in case you're here with TUI like we are and you need to speak to your rep.
And Jet2 have got one as well.
Jet2, yeah. And then there's a lovely stairway, a very Instagrammable, I can't say, Instagrammable stairway.
Balconies.
You may or may not have seen it on our Instagram, depending if we've put it up or not. But yeah, we took advantage of that as well.
Yeah, I think in terms of like the indoor areas, it's themed probably better than Hotel PortAventura that we've seen before. But the outside area, I would say Hotel PortAventura is better.
Yeah, definitely.
We also, last time we were supposed to stay in Reveiw, weren't we? But we didn't.
We upgraded us.
And so we went to look round Reveiw whilst we were there. And to be honest, I would say both of them are better than that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, this one Hotel PortAventura better than Reveiw.
I would definitely recommend, if you come into PortAventura, stay on site somewhere.
Yeah, because you get your park tickets included, which is really good. You get access to PortAventura every day of your stay. You get one access to Ferrariland, and if it's open, you also get one entry into the aqua park as well, don't you?
Yes, you do, yeah. This time of year it's closed because it's used for Halloween. Well, even when we came last time, it was mid-September and it was freezing, wasn't it?
It was freezing, the aqua were cold.
The water was absolutely arctic.
Yeah, in fact, I think last time we came, we was here for the week it closed. Because
we went to the water park on the last day it was open. And the water was absolutely freezing, so you wouldn't want to be in it this time of year anyway.
And another benefit of staying in the PortAventura hotels is that you do get discount if you buy Fast Track or anything like that.
If you buy Express Pass, it used to be better. Last time we were here, the deals on Express Pass were really good. Now you only save a couple of euros, but yeah, and it's a shame that you need it, but you do kind of need it for PortAventura, don't you? Because the queues are just insane,
especially at the weekend.
Yeah, especially at the weekend.
And then also on site, it has its own shop, which sells PortAventura merch. It sells snacks. It sells a few essentials that you might need, like sun cream, paracetamol, that sort of thing too. So that's handy to have on site.
And all the hotels are really close. I mean, Hotel PortAventura and I think Gold River, you have direct access. You literally go straight into the park, don't you?
And also, like, around PortAventura at the moment, it's Halloween. Around the hotel as well is Halloween theming. So because we're in the Mexican one, it's like Mexican Halloween themed, isn't it?
It's like skeletons dressed up in like Mexican style dresses and sombreros and stuff, isn't it? And those sort of flowery headband things. So yeah, it was really cool that they do that as well.
Yeah, and then they do evening entertainment as well. We didn't catch as much of it this time as we did last time we stayed at a PortAventura hotel.
But it goes on for quite a while. When we were at Hotel PortAventura, they did a mini disco, didn't they?
Yeah.
And when they say mini, it was literally 20 minutes long, wasn't it? That was it. That was the entertainment every night. 20 minutes.
And we just caught the end of it as we was coming back from El Cayote, and that was even themed for Halloween, like.
Woody in a vampire outfit,
and then the lady that was with him was dressed as a witch.
But we haven't seen him around the hotel, have we?
No.
When we were at Hotel PortAventura, they used to walk Woody round so you could take a photo and stuff, and they did that quite often. And Winnie, I'm sure Winnie came round as well. But this time we've only ever seen Woody when he's on stage, and they literally, like, as soon as the show finishes, they just take him away, so you don't get a chance to take pictures, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
No, I'm having a great time. It's a really nice hotel, and it's just great staying so close to PortAventura, isn't it? You can stay down in Salou, but to be honest, you really don't save that much, do you, by doing it separately?
No.
You might as well get a package deal, stay at PortAventura, it's really good. So thank you for watching. Go check out the other PortAventura videos, and we will see you next time we do stuff.